He was the one that went off to America to get all these factories and all these things in every little town and village in Ireland.
He brought industry to Ireland.
Yes, he did.
Shannon all the factories there.
And that's where the links are, and that's why somebody said to me recently when I'm pushing to, I want those. We didn't give those Vaughan's Hotel papers to be, and it was my responsibility. And they got it Willowbank, and there are two valleys in Willowbank, and they were stuck all because the carpenter was Billy Maloney, and it's all on last Sunday on the thing you hear of it. And Tom Connors, who got the contract to take down Willowbank, they told him that, because he would have known the house very well, because he was our carpenter inside the business as well after Billy Maloney. And he was told, no, that it wasn't suitable as an institution for the peace, reconciliation and culture. And they were going to have this peace process from all over the world there. And then it was in links with Queen's University in Belfast. And all this was going to be... And Chuck Feeney had approved of it to put up the money for it because Brendan O'Regan asked him. And he was to buy Vaughan's Hotel, and his offices were going to... Vaughan's Hotel is 29 Parnell Square and Granby Road. So he was going to take one of the houses next to it and make that his office. And it was John Bruton, Dick Spring, Hugh Coverty was the provisional minister of the OPW at the time, Michael D. Higgins, and because SIPTO had us at their headquarters in deference to James Connolly. And that's why, because he was a member of the Irish Republican Brotherhood. And that's why all that was, you know, there was other people of the SIPTO involved in it as well. But they would, who was the other politician? Jim Kemmy, he was chairman of the Labour Party at the time. And but anyway, they got it because the Presbyterian people told me their abbeys on the corners, you know, and they told me it's not been restored for the peace, where the IRA was the big authority in the peace process. And Chuck Feeney was afterwards. He was putting up all the money for this, and the whole thing just is left hanging. Willowbank is just a gutted site. Without any institution on it. And what a wonderful opportunity it was, you know. But anyway, what I want, my responsibility is to get all those bonds together. Going back to 19. What I'm interested is the UVF foundation of the Ulster Volunteers by Sir Edward Carson and the Covenant. And they broke their own covenant in 1913 when Guinnesses gave 100,000, Lord Rothschild gave 100,000, and Rupert Kipling gave 50,000 to buy the top-class German guns. And that was breaking their covenant, because the harp is the covenant between God and man. The crown is royalty, and that's not legitimacy. And she takes that very serious, I can tell you. But then in 1913, the intelligence officers of the Irish Republican Brotherhood reported to the Supreme Council what had happened. And you look at the problem, they found that the Irish Volunteers and Citizens Army as a defence force. And Tom McGuire, my granduncle, and Sam McGuire was chairman, even though he was secretary of the Irish Republican Brotherhood. They collected the intelligence on the ground forces. Sam was sent to the post office in London, and Tom was sent to Calcutta in India. And all that intelligence. The Egyptian Brotherhood, they sent that all that intelligence as well, and are helping us in all the ships going through the Suez. The Indian Brotherhood, and as you know, Geary, the fourth president of India, was a member of the Irish Republican Brotherhood. He was a member of Sinn Féin and Ogden and that's how we got all that intelligence. We only had a room in Vaughan's Hotel, and in 1914, the UVF they declared war on Britain and Ireland if Home Rule was imposed by Britain. And British government capitulated to the UVF army because Germany would have wiped out Britain, and they're still capitulating. But that has to come out, all that information, because that's, you know, the conflict and all that, and that was predicated on the peace, reconciliation, and prosperity process was founded in Willowbank in 1950, and then the university. That was all predicated on that. But you see what they have done. They've manipulated it. And Chuck Feeney ended up buying a house in Bank Street, and it is run by Fine Gael. That's a fact. All the Fine Gael people are in there, and they don't want to know anything about that. I think this is scandalous, you know. We just want the truth of what happened.
They want it very
they're not
good,
interested.
They want to
They're not
everybody
interested in the ship.
They just want to pay
Because
everybody.
they flew.
We have arrived.
Where are we?